All right. Can everybody hear me? If you can, that would be good. Okay, cool. So, uh, apologies for this being all very rudimentary and such. But we should be good to go soon. Hugo is here. Change the. Do you want to keep them? Discard. No, save, I guess. Let me get Bowser's stream up because Bowser is going to be the first one to be running. I can't hear Bowser's gameplay, so I don't know if that's an issue or not. Well, while we wait for that, let me get Hugo in to here. Move to. All right, Hugo, you are live. You might need to set up your camera again, but the people can hear you. At least I hope they can. Yep, there we go. You are, in fact, live. Yes. We are on Twitch. We are on Bowser's. Hugo's quiet? Apparently you are very low, but that is on me, so. Is the gameplay also low, or is the gameplay high, guys? No game sound at all. Yes. Ah, all audio. Here we go. There we go. Hope it's not too loud.
I see something. So can they see my video?
Not yet, but that is my bad.
And I don't see the chat. I clicked on Bowser. He's in the difficulty settings right now.
Yes.
Okay. How many people are in the chat? What do we see here? 5.
He's here. Let me send you another link as well if you want to see some more chat. I apologize.
Sure.
So yeah, you'll be watching Bowser's gameplay, and they'll be watching it on my channel.
Did you post it in an event chat?
I will do that then. That actually makes more sense. Okay, yeah. Drake posted it. So if you go to Bloodshot 9001, that's where all the chat is, and then Bowser's where the gameplay is going to be. So watch the gameplay on there, and then yeah.
Okay. But I don't see a chat. This is weird. Oh, I see it. Okay, hello. You want more invisible walls? We could do that. Some of those go up, and it's not like I was aware. So my apologies. When a wall goes up, an invisible wall. I'm sure there's a good reason. I can tell you, it's not. I don't think it's to stop speedrunners. We love speedrunners. I joke about you guys breaking the game and that it hurts to watch. We love it. I mean, we don't really care otherwise. I mean, I think it's hilarious. So I mean, hey, look, you guys love the game. It's your game. You spent the money and do what you need to do.
Nobody specifically blames you, I don't think.
but yeah. Someone asked me that, like, what about these walls that just came up? I'm like, I'm not aware, but that my apologies. Usually I can tell you this when somebody puts it up. It's usually for performance reasons or something, you know.
All right. So before we start, I'll move Bowser and Drake, Meta, and Creeper in so that we can introduce everybody. And then after that, Bowser will be running Hundo, and Drake will be on commentary as well, just to help explain stuff. So I guess let me start moving them in. So
All right.
move here, move here.
I do have a beard. My beard is getting. This is max capacity beard, chat. This is the wife has. I think she's at her limit, and it needs to chill a little bit. But it gets a little for those people that have beards. It gets a little out of control. Like, so I was combing. I don't even. I'm new to, like, I don't normally have a beard this long. So like, I know some people wax their beards or they put lotion in it. Or so I have no idea. So we may have to look into some kind of products for this situation.
I'm sure the Doom community would love
Yes,
that.
beard balm conditioner. I'm with that. Like, let's do something. Beard shampoo. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have no idea. I don't know. Like, I just washed my face, which is yeah. Who knows? Like, um, please fix the issues on UAC Atlantica. What are you know what? I don't know what those are. You'd have to tell me. I saw that the spirit in the swamp jumps inside of an imp. That's not good. We have to fix that. We will fix that. That's terrible.
Oh, there's some hilarious examples of spirits. We have some clips. I think Bloodshot, you have a clip. I think one
There's
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
there's some interesting ones. So
I think
They're
one time
funny
we
little
saw like
creatures.
I think one of Sam's spirits jump into a demon like halfway across the map.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, the intro one, it's supposed to go into a Hell Knight, and I played it the other day, and it was going into a zombie, which was terrible. We will
I don't
never get
know.
a
I-
we will never get a Hugo skin. No, that would be far too self-indulgent, chat. Much too self-indulgent. Not to mention, like, it would have to be chubby, and that's gonna hurt my feelings because this chub is temporary. We must get fit, chat.
so
Soon as my wife gets her second shot, that's when it'll happen. And we're getting ready. Let me know what to do. I'm here. I'm along for the ride. I'm a co-commentator. I've never done this before, so let me know when it starts.
so Bowser seems to be having a little trouble getting his stream set up. Once he's back up and running, we can watch him go
No problem.
through the game. So
Let's keep. Listen, I'm not used to that because on Josh and I stream, it's technically flawless, and there's never any issues, never any frame rate issues. I never have to restart my PC live on Twitch.
everything first try.
Oh, always. It's perfect. You know, I don't get stuck on any section for an hour. Like,
Well, while we're waiting, do you have any questions? I guess about anything just with the speedrunners. Anything you're expecting, not expecting.
which do you prefer, speed running, Eternal or 2016?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a really good question.
I think they're both very different. And
Oh, they're
it's-
completely different. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like them both for different reasons.
I think that's the truth for the entire game too. A lot of times people want to say like which one's better. Like, I just think they're both different. They're different games altogether. They're not trying to be the same game. I've said that like a million times. Like, people say like, well, this is grittier and that's brighter. It's like, yeah, because they're trying to be different experiences.
I think for me, I love 2016. Like, just as I always talk to people, I love playing Eternal more. I love 2016 as a game more. But I don't know. They're both really good. Both like just to play and to speedrun.
But you like the gameplay of Eternal.
Absolutely. I think Eternal nailed the primary gameplay loop.
The Doom
That's
dance.
because everything in Eternal exists in service of the gameplay, and that's why the gameplay feels better. Like the sounds, the colors, the UI, like we made a game throughout development was just like the game. It's all about the game, and so everything looks and sounds the way it does strictly for gameplay purposes, which
Mhm.
allowed us to make things faster and more intense. You know,
We do
uh,
like
I'm just
faster
happy
around
that
these
both
parts.
games have absolutely fantastic like spokespersons that randomly pop up and say some incredible things.
yes, yes.
Jessica
That's
from
always
HR.
Jessica
Jessica's
from
from
HR,
HR.
my favorite. Okay, but how about intern?
Oh,
Yeah,
intern, yeah.
Intern, my
intern is
favorite.
cool. What are we going to buff about the shotgun? I don't know. I got to talk to the community. Josh and I will be answering questions. I've heard people say that the movement penalty is. I'm talking about the full auto mod.
Mhm.
Some people say that the movement penalty is unnecessary. I don't disagree that the gun could use a little bit more to be a little bit more meta. Maybe, but let's just talk to people. Um, but I don't know. I don't know about power. Like it's very dangerous. Like
It's a
that gun
balancing
could
act.
easily become the double tap super shotgun of Eternal. So we can't let that
Hmm.
happen. So
Right.
um, we'll just have to see. We'll talk to you guys, see what everybody thinks. We could do something. We could do nothing. No guarantees as to when. Maybe if the adjustment is simple. Maybe sooner than later. But we'll see.
I don't imagine fine tuning on that level is any like simple like task.
So sometimes it is,
Oh, okay.
for sure. But it's yeah, we'll just see.
I'm interested to see what happens with it because I love full auto, and I will say I was a full auto hater before Ancient Gods 2. I never used it, and then of course with the Stone Imps, I started using it a bit more, and I was like, oh hey, this is pretty fun. The
Yeah.
animation is so smooth on it, and I love it a lot. But yeah, it definitely feels like it could have a bit more punch to it, maybe.
Well, what's cool with the Stone Imps is that they give you more ammo back for it, so it allows
Mhm.
you to ride it a bit more. Um, so yeah, look, there's as much as I love Eternal and 2016, there's plenty of room for improvement. So, uh, we'll just see. Maybe we'll touch it, maybe we won't.
Yeah, I mean, I think the day someone makes a 100% perfect gaming experience will be never.
Yes, yes,
It can't happen. I don't think you're always going to be fine tuning, and I think if you tried to make a game perfect before releasing it, you would never release your game because you're always going to be like poking at stuff.
totally, totally. Um, what other
So
question?
we're just getting
No, it's
Bowser set
okay.
up. We're experiencing some internet issues with him.
If
What
we could move
what?
on to either no major glitch or any percent to start it off, and then go back to 100% if we want to. Up
That'd
to
be okay.
I think that sounds pretty good.
All right.
Hugo,
Let's do. We'll do no major glitches. I think we want to save any percent for last, just because that's the pièce de résistance, so to speak. Um,
okay.
so let me transfer over to. I guess I need to start Doom Eternal, don't
So what
So
do I do? Do I click on a new one?
I? I'll stream to Discord, so you can watch it through there.
Just so you can get less of a delay.
So
just so you know, Bloodshot, that is going to shift Hugo's face cam.
that is really good to know. Thank you.
No problem.
Again, sorry about this, chat. Just had some internet issues. Happen sometimes.
So I will just keep watching Twitch, I guess.
Here, let me do this, and then.
So Hugo, have you seen any of these runs before? Like, have you seen the Ancient Gods 2, or have you even seen the Ancient Gods 1 speedruns yet? Or
No, no, I have not.
okay,
I
okay.
this is going to be. You're going to get a live, fresh reaction. My shock and awe will be sincere. Now, do you want me? I'm still on Bloodshots and I'm still on Bowser's. Do you want me to quit out of that and go
You
to a new?
can, if you
Twitch?
check Discord itself, I'm streaming my gameplay on Discord now. If you would like to watch it like live, no delay,
You can
that
quit
kind
out
of
of
thing.
Bowser's, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
Bowser.
just-
We'll wait on Bowser for a little while.
Okay, but the Bloodshot one keep open.
If you
Yeah,
want
and
to
then
look at chat, you don't
maybe
have to.
Yeah,
we
I
should
like
do
I
that.
like to look at chat.
All right, fair enough. All right, so we can do this then. All right, so
Alrighty.
Do you want me to
So
start with the categories, Bloodshot, or do you want to just move us all out and you
uh,
take the lead?
I guess yeah. Let me. It's gonna be me and Meta. So can you guys move out of it, or do I have to move all of you?
Oh, I'll just move out. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, so we're gonna be doing no major glitches. Let me start the run, and then we can talk about what no major glitches is. But with that, once I skip the first cutscene, I'll start the timer. So
Bloodshot, you're gonna skip the cutscene? How dare you?
do it.
all right,
Do it. I
All in
skip
the
the
name of
cutscenes.
so 3,
Hugo.
2, 1.
I do.
go.
I have to be honest. I'm like, I just want to kill stuff.
So first thing we do, fast menuing to get air control, and then that is a yeet hook.
Oh my god.
I'll let Meta talk about this.
Yeah, so this is gonna fly by really quick if that wasn't obvious, but you may have heard Bloodshot referred to that as a yeet hook. It's sort of just a playful term that we gave the meat hook because it can fling it around really fast, and you know that's yeet. So we call it a yeet hook. And yeah, Bloodshot's gonna finish this fight off really quickly with the
What difficulty is he playing on?
So we actually do most speedrun. Sorry, I shouldn't say most. The category we're running today is called Classic because we'll be running on I'm Too Young to Die as it's the fastest one. We do also have an Ultra Nightmare category where it's on the same rule set under No Major Glitches, but running on Ultra Nightmare. So
Yeah.
yeah. So do you know much about like speedrun.com or like the general speedrun?
I do not. I know that there are people out there who enjoy breaking the game, and we are fascinated by it. But I don't know a whole lot about the community at the moment. That was bonkers.
I guess in general, I'll just give like a little general lowdown on what speedrunning is. So speedrunning is primarily hosted on speedrun.com. You can find all sorts of leaderboards there, and that's where we host all of the Doom leaderboards. So we have everything from Doom 2016 to Doom Eternal to Doom VFR even. And on that website, we have things called categories, which is what we'll be running through today. We have any percent, which is basically just going from the start of the game to the very end as quickly as possible with whatever glitches or exploits we can find. Then we have stuff like 100%, where maybe those aren't allowed, and this is really cool.
So there's an invisible wall there, but if you look down, you move your character just enough to get through the monkey bar there.
It's amazing.
That's a cool trick. I love it.
How do you guys figure this out? Like
Trial and error.
So are you sharing information on this forum?
Oh, absolutely.
So it's a collective effort, obviously. Like as each of you figure out a section, you will share it with the group, so that way you guys could get to a full collective group of exploits, quickly.
Yep.
You got it. That's pretty much exactly it. It's like building blocks, right? So someone finds something.
Oh my god, look at that. Oh, we're gonna patch that out. Which no, I'm kidding.
No!
We won't do it. We won't do it. I won't do it. The team spends no time considering speed running exploits. We only focus on performance exploits. That's it. Like issues with performance and different things like that. So it's never like nobody asks me hey, the speedrunners can do this. Do you want to get rid of it? Because my answer would be no. I mean, again, I think this is just hilarious.
Oh gosh, dang it.
Do you guys assign each other to sections? Is it that organized?
Not quite. Usually day one is pretty crazy around here. We have, I don't know if you've taken a look at the other channels, but we have specific channels dedicated to video clips of certain things we've found. And then in another channel, we discuss those clips and say, oh, maybe this is faster, or maybe this is faster.
Sure.
And we have 100 or so. I don't know, maybe that's a bit of a we have a lot of us at once going through and finding stuff. And like I said, it's building blocks, right? So one person finds something, and then you work from that, and you find something else, and eventually it gets to this very refined point of how the hell did you figure that out? But it's a really huge community effort.
I love that the elevator clearly, like, obviously, like, elevators just would suck in this world. So it does make me want to have some fun with you guys in the next thing we do, and put like a sign in the elevator for you guys of, like, I don't know, something to call out the speedrunning community when they're in an elevator. That'd be hilarious.
By the way, I must say, was a little disappointed we didn't get that purple goo in the sky. You remember that?
Yeah. Well, we do want to, like, we're not kidding. We would love to. We just didn't have time. Well, actually, we could have. Honestly, I just forgot. But, like, I do think that something in their message that only you guys would be hilarious. I would say it's interesting with the movement tech of Eternal. I got to imagine that you've got so many new ways to just beam through the space.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
The movement in this game makes it absolutely. This is a really cool trick. This is super hard, by the way.
Whoops.
Oh yeah. So
that was
this
sick.
this particular trick. So first of all, can I ask, is ballista boosting, is that like an intended thing, like the recoil of the ballista?
It's so you can't, like, relentlessly pursue your enemy while delivering maximum DPS. So the pushback prevents you from being able to push in. Like, it's just meant to, like, balance the gun a little bit,
Right. Okay.
So you can't just, like, charge down an enemy, shoot the ballista. It gives it a sense of power, certainly, in the sense of. So obviously, you guys have, everybody. The battle. Holy shit, dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that was crazy. Holy shit, that was nuts.
Yes, this is so. I just the movement, as I was saying, is incredible. The ballista makes us. And chaining a ballista into a bunny hop, like, it's so satisfying.
We want to try to, like, capture these things in the game more.
So
like, make it a part of the game. Like, I wish. It always happens. You'll have something in the game, and you guys will always figure out some super funky way to to mess with it. But, like, ideally, you'd like to be able to make it a part of the experience.
So to explain what I did there, the game starts to slow, so the game has a limit to how many things can be in at one time. So this part spawns so many imps that it's better to just reload the game to let more imps spawn at one time than to let them, like, stagger in, because otherwise it just takes longer. So
Sure.
coming up next might be my favorite trick of probably the whole DLC.
Oh yeah.
If this guy would behave.
Yes, we really like the hammer.
Yeah, I like the hammer too. It's fun. Oh god, where are you going?
All right.
Look at that.
Hold on. So
This is really, really tough. So okay. There we go. Oh my god, he did it.
so that skips
So crazy.
it skips the escalation fight over there, and then a few other things.
By the way, escalations are so much fun, and we will do those. Don't worry. And that's basically the reason we have categories, is because obviously not everyone likes to skip everything or even skip something. So that's why we have stuff like 100% and 100% Ultra Nightmare, where for those particular players we can do the escalation counter. And I think we have a pretty good range of play experiences, I guess, as far as speedrunning goes, because we have any percent, which is really short and skips a bunch of stuff. We have no major glitches, which is still really fast and skips a certain amount of things, but focuses more on a lot of little tricks rather than a few big tricks. And then we have 100%, which is a lot more of, like, a combat and movement.
Not even Urdak gave off readings like this.
I bet the meat hook traversal nodes, the meat hook traversal stuff is probably fun to use as well. I would guess for this.
It is.
It is. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I was so excited. I was really excited. It's like having more movement, like I guess puzzles or
Yeah.
situations. Like it's a lot of fun.
Especially-
it acts a bit differently than like if you use the meat hook on an enemy. You don't get. It feels a lot more like restrictive or controlled on
Yeah.
the actual meat hook like grapple points.
Oh, it is. Yeah, we had to tweak it because when if we just left it the way it was, the way you hook to people or characters, it would be really hard to control. That was the thing. We kind of automated a lot of the control that's going on just to make it more accessible. I would imagine cursed prowlers can be tricky. You know, we had a room in the DLC 2 that we took out where we had a small room with 4 cursed prowlers. So,
No.
yeah, you were definitely gonna get cursed, and ultimately we took it out.
Thank you for taking that out.
Wait,
Shit balls, dude.
I need a reload checkpoint on this one.
Yeah, and a lot of what Bloodshot's gonna do, he's gonna make it look easy, but these movement tricks they take a lot of time.
A lot of practice.
practice.
Alright, let's see better spawn.
There we go.
Oh my god!
Gorgeous.
Yeah, that trick, yeet hooking, is probably my favorite just trick in like the whole game. There's just so many. It's not overbearing, like it's used a lot, but it's not used everywhere. But it is just such a cool trick. So I need to get this right.
I love like the giant eat hooks, like that one that we just saw, but also I think just adding in a tiny hook in the middle of a fight to like maneuver around the arena, it's so satisfying.
So I missed it, but there's actually a way to, if you stand in that guy's spawn, he doesn't actually spawn, and it still counts. The arena is completed. I just missed the timing on that one.
Amazing. That is amazing.
That was really fast. Yeah, I would like to say a lot of, and Bloodshot, maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think a lot of 100% is focused more on combat, and a lot of NMG is focused more on like movement.
Absolutely.
Obviously, we have more, like we still have aspects of both, but in general.
Definitely, and that's what I love about No Meter Glitches. Is just the movement tech is like so fun. The combat's fun too, and I like doing a lot of the combat. It's why I don't do any percent as much. Which any percent itself is also very cool. It's just the combination of combat and movement is just what I love about the game.
Me too. That's what we focused on. I'm just checking.
I did not mean to do that, but hey, that's fine.
It works.
It works out, right?
I think that's another interesting aspect, I suppose, of speedrunning Doom Eternal is when things don't go the way you're planning, because obviously we spend a lot of time routing and we hope that things go according to plan, but they won't always. And improvising in that situation and getting the best outcome possible is really interesting. Also, this is, wow,
First
very
try.
nice.
So there is, so for this thing I just did, the trigger to start this encounter is actually somewhere in the building, which you can get to for Ultra Nightmare, but if you're not on Ultra Nightmare, you can just reload the checkpoint and it'll spawn the fight as normal. So
I think I missed something incredibly impressive.
It was pretty impressive, I'm not gonna lie, but that's okay.
God damn it.
And by the way, Hugo, do you mind if I drop a link into the event chat?
Yes.
You don't have to check it out right now, but it's just the Doom Eternal leaderboard. So if you ever are interested in checking out like any future runs or anything, that's the leaderboard you can go to. And if you just into the search bar, you type in Doom. Actually, I can just show the whole series, I guess. We have the whole Doom.
Now this forum is for speedrunners, speedrunning of all kinds of games.
Yeah, speedrun.com is. I'm a little bit biased because I'm on the staff team for that, but I would like to think that it's sort of the main hub for speedrunning right now, and we have, you know, like all sorts of games on it.
How does Doom like Eternal hold up to, like, is it popular on there and with the speedrunning community?
yeah, Doom itself just has a huge legacy of speedrunning, let alone, you know, Doom Eternal.
Doom,
Going all the way back to the originals.
Yeah.
yes, the classic Doom was one of the first games ever to be speedrun. Just the implementation of a timer automatically makes people want to play the game faster, and I think that's that's something that really kicked off the hobby.
Somebody gave me a crane skip.
Yeah, so
clip.
that's the one.
All right, I'm gonna watch it really quick. Hold on. I mean, I'm watching you, but
You can watch that because the level is now
holy
over. So.
shit! Oh my god! Look
So-
at that.
So there's a
we're gonna put a wall there, buddy.
So there's a thing called dash boosting, which like kind of only works on slope surfaces. But then there was a thing we figured out called edge boosting, where you could do a dash boost off of any surface if you slowly fall off. So what I do there's like a weird lineup where you just hold left and you move slowly off the ledge, and then you dash, and it gives.
Crazy.
Yep.
That was so impressive.
And yeah, it's really precise as well. So now we're on Imora. Those edge boosts are really precise, and as you can see, he's lining up with the texture and ever so slightly tapping his key to make sure he's in the exact pixel he needs to be on, and then boosting. It's a really hard trick, and he pulled it off. So.
This is just a lineup for a BFG. I don't know if I'll make it.
Listen, let's cut a deal. For every positive review, for every thumbs up review we get on Steam, an invisible wall will be removed. That is the deal.
Okay.
I'm just kidding, chat. Don't do that. But yeah, because I can't. I don't think we can. Any wall that's there, I can promise you, is there for reasons related to performance and nothing else. But look at this. Nice BFG.
There's still an imp around because there's always an imp around.
There's always an imp.
Oh, what the?
Oh, it's no whiplash.
Okay, that is a first for me. It's usually an imp.
No slithering.
You'll need to get over those walls to continue the assault.
I always tell people I like gargoyles more than imps because gargoyles will kill an Ultra Nightmare run by killing you, like a gentleman. But imps will kill a run by just running around for 2 minutes, and you won't be able to find them, and you lose a run by just being slow by 2 minutes.
Imps will do that sometimes. It's okay.
By the way, chat, I'm totally kidding about the review thing. Don't post anything. I can't remove wall or anything.
Oh, cool.
There's that one.
I am low on ballistas, but that should be fine.
Oh, this one's
Nice.
fun. This one's fun. You ready?
Holy shit.
There we go.
That was crazy.
Oh, wait. Off by one dash.
And there we go.
That was amazing.
Yeah, my ammo is now off, but that's fine.
Come on. Go get him, Purple Goo. No, he jumps right over it.
I think one of the moments that this game's movement really shines is when you can chain, the meat hook into the ballista, and you just get super high up into the air, and you're still fighting the demons, and it's really satisfying.
I agree.
Oh, I missed. Oh, that's sad.
How do you like that change to the turrets? I think it's better. You can take them out now in one combo.
I think it is a good change. I definitely think it's a good change.
I think,
it forced you to wait on them, which did not age well. That was.
We did have a way to do it before, but this is cool.
My god!
I might miss this.
Hugo,
Yeah, I'm
I
actually
really
miss
hope.
this.
I really
So
hope
unfortunately,
oh no!
if you depth warp there, it somehow brings you back to the part beforehand. It's really weird. It's really hard to explain, but you probably understand what's actually going to happen this time.
Hugo, I really hope that you aren't attached to those double marauders too much.
Am I gonna make this?
Awesome.
Okay, I did make this. Whew.
Oh, that was close. I promise you will see them today. Don't worry.
So,
But not this one.
so again, because of spawn limits, I have to do this thing again.
Sure.
Yeah, normally we would load checkpoint, but it's there's like a weird like counter on the load checkpoint, so we just exit to menu now, and it does the same thing.
This is crazy. This is unbelievable.
Glad you're enjoying it.
I have to say, were you expecting half this stuff when you made this game?
No, please, absolutely not. We don't even. No, not at all. It's fascinating. I mean, it's so cool. Like, I love it. I think it's the coolest thing.
And hey, if you ever need some beta testers,
Yeah,
you know where to find.
absolutely. We love engaging the community. I mean, Josh and I, and the whole team, we spend a lot of time, with them. And so, yeah, sure. As much as obviously there's a process to be followed, but as much as we could do it in a sort of official capacity, we'd love to. Look at this.
Yeah, and that's just, pure bunny hopping even. I was talking about, using the meat hook and using the ballista, but even just straight up vanilla bee hopping, super satisfying.
It's funny. Could the game get faster? Like people say, like,
Yes.
is this max capacity for speed? I mean, you think it could get faster?
I
don't
think
know. I don't think it could. Like, could you think it would be too fast?
I think after. Oh no, he's cursed.
Ah,
We're good. We're good.
Oh,
I got lucky there.
First prowler. You can
And
do
the Hellknights are doing a bang up job right now, but
Well, it's funny, not for you guys. I mean, we obviously don't put anything in the game for speedrunners, but the Curse Prowler is meant to simply like make black belts respect the AI in the encounter. You know what I mean? Like he'll sneak a curse on you, and there's a little bit of drama there trying to get it off. But,
I usually try to kill him first, but that time I was a little unlucky. Also, fun thing that just happened. I know I said I reloaded earlier for spawn limits, but technically spawn limits are still a thing, and because of that, the Baron did not spawn in possessed.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah,
So
spawn.
Why are the soldiers insta kill? I was asked. Just because they're not really AI. I mean, we're not trying to pretend like they are some sort of, real challenging, smart AI. They're just stormtroopers. Like
Resources.
that's it.
That's what they are to us.
All right, I'm hoping I can get
Oh,
this.
this one's interesting.
I need to get a good lineup.
What is about to happen?
There we go.
Approaching the Darkwood
It's
Sanctum.
nice.
So,
Connection, though.
I've never looked into the code or anything, but from what I understand about this trick is that once the arena detects that there's no longer any imps like on the screen, it sort of just finishes. So if you can manage to get them all before more of them spawn, you just finish the you can progress to the next area. That's what I understand of it anyway. Sometimes we sort of just have to take a guess as to why things work, and we just are thankful that it does work.
Amen to that.
I gotta be honest, Curse Prowlers are not really supposed to be conventionally fun. They're meant to. I'm reading in the chat. They're like they're not. The Armored Baron is fun. The Curse Prowler is it's like a necessary. Think of it as a necessary evil.
I could see that.
Yeah,
So I'm
like
gonna
like
try to do a thing here. I've only just learned it the other day, but you can actually, if you I might have missed it. You can one cycle this phase, which I think I might have missed by a little bit.
Oh, very
Yeah.
close. It's really hard to do. Oh,
I think of the Curse Prowlers as using a food analogy the other day. It's like it's like a chili pepper. By itself it might be too much, but mixed in with the rest of the ingredients, it makes it it adds something, a little bit of zing.
How much gonna ammo?
It was interesting watching some people struggle to dodge the shield dash at launch. Like I watched people, like if you just time so the shield dash has a pulse on the shield before he dashes out, and if you time it, you only need one dash and you could dodge it perfectly.
I think.
And I was surprised when I watched a lot of people play this, how often the shield dash would get them.
Yeah, I think, and this is one thing we noticed, and I'm 90% sure, I'm not 100 obviously, but we're pretty sure that dash is tied to frame rate, and so when you're at like 200 frames per second or so, it does get a bit more difficult.
I don't have it.
Yeah. If chat could just confirm that. I know we had Creeper Hunter, I believe now. Bloodshot, do you mind if I bring Creeper Hunter in here really quick?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
for
yeah.
it.
Is he
Chat.
who knows?
Chat, is that accurate? Like, 'cause that's not good at
There's
all.
also difficulty. He'll start his charge faster at higher difficulties.
Creeper Hunter, would you like to just comment really quick on? I think you mentioned one time about the frame rate dependency of the Dark Lord fight.
Yeah, so there's a couple things across both Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal that are really, really FPS based, just physics wise. And for some reason, having like higher than 144 FPS just makes it really, really, really hard to dodge the Dark Lord shield. Not a clue why, but it's a thing, I guess. It's weird. It's really weird.
Okay. I was just gonna text somebody at the office now
There we
to
go.
see.
And there we go.
Amazing!
And Bloodshot, do you have a time on that?
24:36. Is my timer like off the screen? That's weird.
24 minutes. 24 minutes for DLC 2.
That was bonkers.
Great job, Bloodshot.
you.
Absolutely fantastic demonstration.
Yeah, very
Awesome.
fun run. I have to say, I love base games, no major glitches,
Stellar.
but Tag 2 is actually my favorite DLC of the
Oh, me
the
too.
2 to speedrun.
Yeah.
I think it's got a lot of really cool stuff in it.
I love the variety. You know, going from like, oh man, yeah, just the different levels are. I love it. I don't know. I get giddy when I think about Reclaimed Earth. It's my favorite.
I just get
That
giddy at
was
all the
amazing.
tricks. There's a lot of tricks I love. I'm a huge nerd when it comes to speedrunning, if you couldn't tell. But
yeah.
I tried to do it and I failed. But there's a new trick we found where the first the fog arena on World Spear, where you're supposed to bring the dog over to start the fight. If you apparently chop a Hell Knight's head off in the right way, it will fall through and it will trigger the wolf fight early. And we're getting to the point of getting it consistent, but it's one of those things where you were asking how we find tricks. That one someone got randomly, and then once they showed us it happened randomly, we said, what was the, how did it happen? Practiced for like 2 or 3 hours, got it semi-consistently, and by that I mean maybe like 10% of the time. But from there, you figure it out, whittle it down from 10 to 30 to 50%, and then, eventually it gets consistent. But
It's
Always
like
very fun.
what is it? I'm not huge about I don't know about it, but I think it's machine learning or whatever. Where you run it through, and then some things work and some things don't, and then once you figure out what works, you can start applying that into the next generation, and that's sort of basically how finding speedrunning tricks works. You find
That
these small
is
things.
amazing. Unbelievable.
It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
Are we gonna do more? Let's do more.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
I would hope so.
Let's break the game
All right,
more.
so what is the next one up?
I think hopefully we can get Bowser in here with some 100%. We'll dial it back a little bit on the tricks and bring in some more of the Doom Dance. How about that, Hugo?
Yes, yes.
All right, let me. Hopefully that works.
All right, so I just got confirmation from the designer on the Dark Lord that the shield dash should not be different timing on Nightmare. So, chat, is that the case? On Nightmare, is the timing of the shield dash, charge up, and dash in different?
I
It
don't-
shouldn't be.
Don't believe it's on difficulty. It's frame rate
should-
dependency.
It should be.
If
Actually, I think it is on. Because if I'm on Nightmare, the shield dash is going to be like, oh, I have to get to phase 2, don't I? I can. People can test that another day.
All right, they said it's the frame rate.
It's the
Thank-
frame rate. Yeah.
All right, thank you, chat.
Hmm.
This is you seriously, like, from 2016 to Eternal, the biggest difference is and not that this whole Twitch community engagement wasn't a thing, 4 years ago, but it's more of a thing now. And like, it's just the fact that I could ask you guys this question, and I've got these professional, speedrunners who know so much about the game to be able to give us feedback live, and then you guys in chat just give us that feedback right away. It's amazing. I can't tell you how useful it is to us, and it's just enjoyable too. It's fun. We're the race car designers. You're the race car drivers. It's like it's like leaning. You guys come back from your lap. It's like Days of Thunder, and Robert Duvall leans into the car and asks Cole Trickle, like, how's it handling? You got it's a little slippery on the Dark Lord dash. Like, okay, we'll get that
Well,
fixed.
Well, hey, I mean, we really appreciate it too. I think there's not a single person in here that would complain about, getting to talk to the developers of the game. I think one of the main things about the speedrunning scene right now, it's certainly growing. It's growing pretty massively, but it's still pretty small.
Yeah,
There's,
yeah,
I think, 700,000 people signed up for speedrun.com or something.
it's
Um,
amazing.
in the grand scheme of things, that's still pretty small. And I think like speedrunners developer relationships are still pretty new and they're distant. And getting to get in here with a call and and it's really valuable, and we seriously appreciate your time.
Oh well, thank you. I mean, it's a pleasure, honestly. I'm gonna steal what Lawrence said, Sontag the other day, and I couldn't agree with him more. It's like playing Doom Eternal kind of feels like you're playing an instrument. It's like making not to be overly dramatic, but it's kind of like playing music. Like and I, it's kind of like we made this instrument, and you guys are like the Eddie Van Halen's, right? We designed the guitar, and then you're like Eddie Van Halen, and you're like, hey, just watch this. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, I don't think anyone here would complain about being compared to Eddie Van Halen. So
Lawrence had such a good way to put it. The way that he phrased that, it was funny. That's right, Cucurino. I love analogies. I think in analogies. When you use analogies at the office, it's just an effective way to allow allow people to quickly get on board with what it is you're trying to communicate. Yes, Cloud 322. I love Eddie Van Halen too. He's awesome. You're too young for these analogies, the
no, no.
Cheos. You don't know who Eddie Van Halen is? Come on, dude.
Someone get the band hammer. I'm just kidding.
I have seen yes, I have seen the Hugo scope. Thank you for that. It's funny.
Have you seen here, I'll post it in the chat here. We have an emote made of your face and it looks pretty good.
Do I
Like it?
radio retro? Do I prefer if people break your game, or for people to play through intended and fight most of the fights? No, not in this case. I honestly think it's however you guys want to play it. It's up to you guys. Go crazy.
I think that, yeah, that's pretty much how we like to approach the creation of categories as well. We want to make sure that all sorts of people like in play styles are supported through categories. And
Yeah.
I think we've done a pretty good job of that, eh, Bloodshot?
I believe so. I think. I mean, there's a lot of different. I think any percent, 100%, and NMG are the big three that people are going to want to do, and then even between those, there's a lot of different categories people like running. All combat encounters is a one getting popularity where it's just the fights. It's not even all the collectibles. So it's kind of interesting with that because with 100% you route around masteries, and in all combat encounters you don't. So it's interesting to see the fastest way to do all fights.
Yeah.
Whether
For
you have to
sure.
get the masteries or not. So all right. So apparently we're still having issues with 100%. So we're gonna be moving on to any percent.
All right.
So
We're moving on. We're moving on to the more tricks, less combat, and then we'll do the more combat later.
All right, so let's get Creeper Hunter up.
This is going to be a real treat for you, Hugo. I
Yeah,
think.
this is going to be very interesting to say the very least.
Just as right out the gate, how long of a speed run do you think this is going to be? Keeping in mind that this is the category where we go from the start to the finish as fast as we possibly can.
And which one is this?
So this is called any percent, which means you complete any percentage of the game. And so we go from the start to the finish by whatever means possible within the game. Obviously,
DLC 2?
DLC 2, yes. Yep.
Well, he just did this in what? 24 minutes?
24 minutes. Yeah.
My goodness, I don't know. Below 15?
Okay.
Like
All right.
maybe.
I won't tell you.
We'll
I
keep
won't
that.
tell you,
We'll
but
keep that number in mind for sure.
We'll keep that number in mind.
Yes.
All right, so let me shift over. Excuse me. Shift over to.
Hey, what is KEKW?
Oh,
QQ.
it's so if you have
Oh, whoops. Give me a second. I did not mean to disconnect. I meant to end my stream.
But like, so in chat, everybody writes.
Sorry about that.
K,
I accidentally
everybody-
disconnected.
in chat, everybody writes KEKW, and this is
Yeah.
just more of like me being super old and a dad, and I have to
So-
ask what the hell these things mean.
So it's Keck W, which is supposed to be like, so W is like it's zoomed in on the face, and Keck is like another way of saying LOL, and it's an emote. So it's this guy's face, and he's like laughing here. I'll post a picture of it in event chat. If you go into event chat, that's what it looks like if you have the plugin.
Okay. Oh, I need the plugin.
Not for Discord. If you go into the Discord event chat, there's Keck W, and then we have Hugo W there. Do you see in the Discord event chat?
I see the meta. No.
In the like event chat text channel, you don't see like the screenshot that I posted.
Yeah, which one?
Oh,
I see
so,
like a. I
so
see one of like a dude's face laughing.
the one on the bottom, that's your face actually, and then the one on the top, that's Keck W, which is just a guy on the internet.
So when you type KEKW, that's what you get. Is that
The
picture?
top one, yes.
Oh, okay.
And
But how
then
come I can't see it? How come I only see KEKW?
it's a plugin for Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so
I can't speak the language of the young people. I don't know what this means.
he doesn't know leet speak. Chat.
I
Give
don't.
the man a break.
We just learned poggers like a week ago. So
True. And did you see Hugo W? Do you have an opinion on Hugo W?
I don't even know what the hell that is. What is Hugo W?
It's the image I'm posting into event chat.
Oh, my chubby face. Sure. That's good.
You look
Go.
real handsome, Hugo. Don't worry about it.
Do what you got to do.
All right. So if you check, we're going to be doing any percent now with Creeper Hunter, who has joined chat or the voice chat. If you scroll up in event chat, you'll see Creeper Hunter's Twitch. You can watch his gameplay through that if you would like to, or you can watch it through.
I'll post it again.
Or you can watch it through my stream if you want to interact more with chat. Just know that it might be a little bit delayed, so or you might hear yourself. So
Where do you want me to go? So right now I'm in Bloodshots. I leave Bloodshots or I stay in Bloodshots.
So Bloodshots will have the chat up on the side there. That's where most people are going to be chatting. And the gameplay will be there too, but it'll be slightly delayed because it's being captured from somewhere else. So you could totally be just in Bloodshot stream if you'd like, but if you'd like a more less delayed stream, I recommend also opening up Creeper Hunter stream. But if it's just easier for you to just have Bloodshots open, that's fine too.
Okay. And chat will be seeing Bloodshots. So chat's basically timed to Bloodshots.
That's yes, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Crippy, you're here, right?
And I'm sorry. As far as seeing it live, you're saying click on Creeper Hunter.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Well, I believe that's going to do it for me, Hugo. Once again, thank you very much. I'm going to go hop into the other chat there.
Thank you so much. That was amazing. Incredible.
All right. Best of luck, Creeper Hunter. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the other side.
All right. Do we know if Drake is coming? Because he's
I'll be doing the commentary for 100%.
Okay.
So.
All right. So hello, Hugo. I'm gonna preface this by saying I'm very sorry what is about to happen.
Do it. I'm ready. Break this thing. Break it like it owes you money.
So much like Bloodshot did, he's gonna immediately start by switching his runes. I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna use slightly different runes. It just makes it a little bit easier for me. Bloodshot, are you ready on time?
Yeah.
All right, on go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right.
I'm nervous.
So I'm gonna immediately swap to Oh,
I'm
sorry.
not even gonna blink. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna immediately swap to air control, just so that I can do the yeet hooks just like everyone else. And I apparently did not put it on. I did. I just don't have a dash. That's weird. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm going to casually just look at this leaf on the ground. Gotta try and get
Holy
this.
shit.
See if I get this. Hopefully I do. Okay, there we go. I've been having issues with that. But hey, we're in the air now.
Oh my god. Oh my god, what's happening? You're super high in the air. Oh god, the game's breaking.
And I got the hole in one. So there's
Look at
actually
that.
a hole right there. Oh, voice crack. Right there. And
Chad,
we are
is this-
allowed. Sorry, continue.
Holy shit. What is happening? Uh-oh,
Here we
I
go.
feel something bad's about to happen.
Not yet, but
You're about to launch into the stratosphere, I think.
luckily that did get patched out. But we can still get high enough that we can get like out of some of the holes in the
Oh,
ceilings and
no.
stuff. Oh, did you death warp or?
That is the third time I've done that ever.
All right, little mistake, no big deal.
That's okay.
That didn't work.
So this is what this is the instance of edge boosting where you slowly fall off and then just dash and it sends you up a bit higher.
There we go.
We do this here because after you pick up the hammer, there's an invisible wall just around where you would get the hammer, and we want to get out. We want to get back out of bounds basically.
There we go.
So what he does here, he falls through to avoid a death barrier, and he lands on one of the tutorial boxes. And now he's ballista boosting in such a way.
Oh my god.
And if you look down where he's going, this is the end of the level.
Holy shit! That's crazy.
The best part about this is there's more to come.
Oh my god, dude. That was bonkers. How did you figure that out?
Lots of trial and error.
Yeah, so the people that found, or at least that routed most of any percent specifically, unfortunately, they're not here today. Good old EU time, unfortunately. So
Okay.
yeah.
The way you said that, I'm like, oh my god, did she like? I was
No,
like,
it's
that
a
how
little
it
bit.
works in
It's a
the-
little bit too late for them, unfortunately.
Is that how it works in the speedrunning community? It's like they knew too much.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
by the way,
and
don't
they're-
blink again.
Oh my god! Look, hey, at least the skybox looks decent.
That was a good yeet hook. Jeez.
That was really good, yeah. All right, so I grabbed the safety checkpoint just in case
Oh
I don't
my
hit the
God.
death flame.
dude, that is crazy.
All right,
Also,
we're here in the
Seek-
final fight.
While you're doing this fight, I do want to mention Seeker TV in chat is one of the two people who really pioneered any percent for basically all of Doom Eternal, both the base game and the DLCs. It was Seeker and it was Havard. They both know a lot more about Doom Eternal than anybody else, and from what I understand, they basically fling themselves and bash their head against every single wall they can until they figure out which walls just break.
Right now I gotta hunt down that Cursed Prowler. Because it usually spawns in a specific spot for me. Granted, it didn't, of course, this time. So now I gotta deal with that.
That's amazing.
There he is. If I stop getting hit. Okay. I forgot the Baron. There he is.
I almost feel bad at this point when we make you have to fight. It's my apologies.
It's hard to believe that
Fine.
there's actually some fights we have to do, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, hey guys, I'm real sorry about this.
In fairness, that's how many fights we have to do so far.
Yes, that's true.
I do not have enough ammo, and I do not see... Okay, there's one.
Also, apparently stream sound is not working.
Stream sound is not working?
Apparently...
Let me
Oh,
fix
that might...
real quick.
That's not my fault. Oh, that would be it. Is that it?
Amazing.
There we go. This should fix it, chat. I'm sorry.
Why are we on menu music? Yeah, apparently your music was not playing, it was somebody else's. So, still not sure what's going on, Creeper. Wait, Hugo lost sound. How did that happen? Hello? Ah, that's why. Aha, figured it out.
What? Can you,
That was my fault. So they should be able to hear you now. But I still don't think we have desktop audio for some reason.
can you
That's so
guys hear
weird.
me?
I see it.
All right, I'm back. Chat, you can hear me? All right, cool.
We have game audio chat as well.
This is bonkers.
Okay. All right. No
I-
game.
I,
Figured out your audio. That was my bad.
Okay.
I
All right.
feel something serious is about to happen.
So I forgot to preface this, but this is the one category for Doom Eternal that I actually use dynamic resolution scaling with a target of 250 FPS. And it is mainly for the Reclaimed Earth trick and this one. Very carefully line this up and not get it, unfortunately. Okay,
Oh my
let's
God.
try this again.
This is so funny.
I was having a little bit of issues earlier with this when I was doing practice. Come on. There we go. This should be fine. Okay, this might not work. We'll try it anyway, though.
Holy cow. Oh my God.
Yeah, okay, so what happened there is there's actually like a skybox that has collision for some reason. And not only did I get over it, but I landed on top of it. And there's no holes we can fall through, so I have to go underneath it.
That's
But-
crazy.
When it does want to work, which that would have worked if I'd turned my mouse quicker, it's going to do something really cool.
That
Come on.
it's fascinating. That's right, Chad. It's the hidden purple goo. We're getting him.
So actually, there is a spot out of bounds in Reclaimed Earth, where if you land there, it takes away all of your player inputs for some reason. So, in essence, we do have the purple goo, so you did actually deliver on that promise. There we go. Okay. That took a little bit.
Oh, nice.
Alright,
I'm
so
watching
we'll
on a
land
bloodshot. I'm a little bit delayed, but that was nice.
right here. This place might look a little familiar. Where is the Blood Maker?
Amazing. Makes me want to make the blood makers take even longer to turn off their shields. I'm just kidding, chat. I wouldn't do that. The blood maker, that's terrible. Yeah, Atlantica definitely has 2016 vibes, 100%.
So
I mean,
when-
that was the point of Atlantica.
So when you guys were developing the game, did you have any like guesstimates on maybe like how fast people would be running or?
Wow, none. We can't even comprehend like. I mean, look, I can't speak for the whole team. Like, do I think that there's people, you know, a little bit more savvy than me when it comes to where the potential exploits might lie? Absolutely, you know. So I'm sure they had a better sense of what could happen, but I'll tell you, for me, this is you're like this is just magic. I'm just like, what's happening? I love how you guys shoot yourselves down the Dark Lord shaft. It's hilarious.
Got to get those extra seconds.
Don't you dare! You almost hit me. Well, okay, that's a new one. Never seen that happen before. He wanted to turn green, and as soon as I shot, he did not turn green.
Oh, that can happen. I think I've seen that before.
Really?
It could be this small issue that we've had, but we'll see.
Always a first for something in a marathon. That's always the case. Did not want him to do that. It's unfortunate.
The wolf is a bastard. I think it's very satisfying to kill all his summons with the hammer in the third phase. Not that you'll even make it that far, or last that long, because I'm sure you'll kill him before that happens.
Knowing my luck, I will probably get the super heavies about 10 times. Because that's been my luck pretty consistently. Unfortunately. There we go. As if on cue.
I'd say commentator's curse, but the runner did it to himself.
That is true. That's very true.
This is amazing. Oh my god, you wrecked that guy.
Oh, I do not have a hammer.
Hugo is watching this, grinding his teeth as all the hard work is being skipped.
No, I like it. I like it.
Take it from, you know, basically every speedrunner. I don't think anyone else has played the content more than most of them.
Yeah, of course. I mean, look, it's cool.
Yeah, that's a sentiment I absolutely agree with.
Yeah, of course.
Here's the super heavies again.
You guys are tricking out the experience. That's cool.
A lot of people like to assume that speedrunners just come out of the womb and skip every game that they can right away.
I couldn't even imagine. Like, there's no possible way.
That right there is any percent. I know I didn't talk a lot, but those 3 tricks are really, really precise.
Amazing. Amazing.
So this was a very good showing from Creeper, showing off the any percent stuff. And you were right. Sub 15 minutes is pretty like decent for a time. Would you like to know? Would you like to know what current world record is for this game right now, or for Tag 2? Well, unfortunate, because it is 7 minutes and 7 seconds.
No, I meant I do want to know.
Oh, my bad.
No, I meant I thought you meant like, do you know? No, that's amazing. I do want to know. 7 minutes.
7 minutes, and we make the joke, and we don't mind, but something like almost half the run is basically the final boss.
crazy.
Yeah,
How do
it's
you
crazy.
feel that your game can be beaten in 7 minutes? Deoxys 4559. I think it's hilarious. You know, it's great. Like, good for those guys. It's nuts. Yeah, no, I wasn't saying I don't want to know. I thought he was asking, do I know? No, I had no idea.
I thought you were afraid to know.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, of course I want to know. No, it's amazing. I mean, like I said, it's just watching. There's a level of mastery to this that's just remarkable. I mean, that's really what is so entertaining, and I can see why people like to watch this stuff and can get super engaged in executing on it. It's incredible.
And the biggest thing I think is you had touched upon it earlier is that it's all a big group effort. It's not one person's world record. It's the culmination of everybody who made found the skips, perfected the skips, etc.
I saw that. I don't know how to say your name, Lutoro Fuenzalida. Midnight cried in this scene on his stream. He got upset. But the Doom guy's not dead. How could you guys think that? He's not dead. He's just sleeping.
Just waiting for the next time.
He's waiting for the next idiot to worship Satan and do something bad and crack open a portal.
Well, luckily, it seems like Bowser is good to go, hopefully. So we might be able to get this 100% run going, too. Anything you want to say before we move on, Creeper?
Yeah, so if you guys are interested at all in learning this run or any of the modern Doom runs, like Meta said earlier, go to speedrun.com, join the Discord, and just ask questions. We're all there to help everyone. And we just really want to help people learn the run. It's always fun.
Yeah,
It's
amazing.
always fun.
Awesome work, dude.
Thank you.
So impressive.
All right, so let's see if I can do. I'm gonna have to.
Joe Rogan is the Dark Lord. That is funny.
All right. So the volume's here this time. I'm not hearing Bowser's audio in this one, but there we go. Okay. All right, should be good to go for 100% then. All right, so let me bring in the 100% runner, Bowser, and then I will be off commentary this time. Drake Foss, who basically knows every trick in the game, is going to be doing commentary for this one as well to help out. So here's Bowser, and here's Drake. And I am going to shut up for these guys. So.
Hello, everybody. How's
Hello.
everyone doing?
Sorry about that. Technical difficulties.
I'm ready to
Comcast
be.
is a wonderful company. Excellent.
I'm ready to be floored. This stuff is amazing.
All right. Well, so this is the 100% category of the Ancient Gods Part 2. It's a little bit different than the campaign 100% just because of some strange things. But for those of you who don't know speedruns, I think we already talked about this. Speedruns, we have different categories for different play styles and different things people like. 100% basically means we just collect everything that's tracked. Now, so we're going to collect all the runes. We're going to collect, or not the runes, that's in tag 1. We're going to collect all the collectibles. We're going to do as many fights as we can. Which fights we do is a little bit more complicated, and I'll get into that once we do the run. Which fights are required, rather. But yeah, that's the category. We just do all the fights that we can and and collect all the collectibles.
Cool.
Ready when
I
you
just
are,
want to
Bowser.
make sure. How's my audio, chat? Like mic wise? All right.
Bowser does have a voice, Zai. It's unbelievable.
No, I don't.
It's actually the first time I've heard you speak, Bowser.
All right. I'm gonna start it in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so we're gonna start off right at the beginning. We're actually just gonna kill all this fodder right at the beginning. Oh, and he's also gonna re-equip some runes. So this fight has a bunch of scatter demons. We're just gonna clean them up pretty quick. Cute little D-blade here. Ooh, I didn't know about this one.
I love how you guys, you know, memorize the spawns and have like a nice destroyer blade ready for them.
We have documents on this fight. So we have a lot of data on this game. A cute little thing he did before that fight with the pain elemental. He actually dealt some damage to himself because that fight doesn't start unless you pick up the armor. So he has to deal some damage to himself to actually start that fight, and it is a fight that's required.
The little inside story: the destroyer blade for early in development was the super shotgun of 2016 in terms of the imbalance of it. Like, we got the results back from our first playtest from a build we had nearing the end of the project, and people were just beating the entire game with the destroyer blade so easily, and they loved it. They thought it was really fun. Couldn't get enough of it, but we definitely had to do a lot of work to try to balance that thing.
The funny thing is about the destroyer blade. We actually, when the game came out, we didn't think it was that good for combat at all. Actually, we didn't use it. But then like Zero Master did a run and he showed us some uses, and then after that, the floodgates were open. We found many uses, and now the destroyer blade's one of the most incredible, especially in the campaign. We found so many uses for it.
And that's kind of what we tried to land. Like, just didn't want it to be so obvious and so easy, you know, like just sort of a powerful weapon that took a minute to try to be able to use effectively. And yeah, I would say the way you guys use it is even just so far beyond what we even anticipated.
But also, I mean, one of the reasons we also didn't use it is because we didn't know how to move with it very well, and it was very dangerous to sit and hold it and charge it. And we found that you can actually bunny hop with it out and charge it and maintain your speed, so that's why it's a lot safer. And by the way, oh, there it is. We're playing on Nightmare. We're playing on Nightmare.
Nice.
Yeah, I screwed that up.
You didn't screw anything up. This is absurd. You guys are amazing. I know you must think I don't know what it's like for speedrunners, and if they die, it's like super, you know, like maybe frustrating or anything. But I have to tell you, like, I'm just sitting here in awe, like. So.
Yeah, speedrunning it is an interesting little dynamic with speedrunning and like safety, right? Because ideally a lot of times the riskiest strats are the fastest. So you have to kind of pick and choose, and sometimes we do strats simply because they're the alternative is very scary, and then the run's over. So actually, you have to kill, if I recall correctly, you have to kill 27 imps here. That's the number. You have to kill 27 imps in this final wave of this fight. So it's a lot of imps. Destroyer Blade really helps there. If you're asking whether or not, like some people in chat might say, well, could you BFG? The spawns are staggered enough that the BFG wouldn't be as effective in some other areas. BFG routing is very important in this category, especially because you have to do a lot of fights and you have to pick wisely.
The way it's so crazy.
So this fight we just gotta kill 7 imps, and then get 2 snakes will spawn, and then we clean them up, and then we move on.
It's just nuts that you have all that information. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think for some inexplicable reason I was really bored on launch day. After I finished the game, I immediately just went, I'll spend the next 6 hours just learning all the fights, and then I wrote everything down. It was I don't know why I did it that way. I could just taken my time.
Nuts.
So again, this fight only starts if you pick up the armor. Kind of strange, but it is required in this level. Just because of fighting right now is like going to be somewhat self-explanatory from here on out, I think. The way we decide which fights are required, unlike the base campaign where we just look at the demonic corruption meter, and we just see how much demonic corruption is, like, you just fill it up and you do the fights that are associated with that, and you skip every other one. The DLCs don't have that. And in fact, when when the game came out, when the DLCs came out, a lot of people were kind of disappointed with the stated 100% category because you would skip so many fights. Until one player, I believe his name is Root Beer Soup? Correct me if I'm wrong. He found that if you open the console... Say that? Somebody see that? Oh yeah, anyway, he found that if you open the console, after you can see that some fights, like some encounters, give like these like hidden combat rating. And so Bowser actually developed a tool to go along with the timer that we use that detects this hidden combat rating. And so that's how we decide which fights we choose to do in this category. You might ask, like, why is it that arbitrary? Well, we kind of need something that's consistent and that can be measured and detected, right?
Sure.
So that's why we did it that way. In this level, you skip 0 fights. You kill every single demon. But in some others, you're going to see us skip some fights. And you're not going to like one of the fights that we skip. You're going to be a little disappointed that we skipped that one, I think, Hugo. But in this level, we kill every single demon.
Great.
So we want to go after spirits immediately because of course they're very scary and spooky and can kill you very quickly. It's nice
that
if
one
you
can
can
possess a tyrant.
Yeah, especially that one. Yeah. And tyrants are spongy enough as it is. So we don't want to spend so long trying to fight them. So, especially with the Tyrant, you'll notice there that actually the most ideal way to kill a Tyrant is to just pull it Precision Bolt and Super Shotgun him in the face 5 times. That's enough. 5 times will kill a Tyrant. But because that's very, very scary, you have to be very close. Bowser obviously elects to Precision Bolt Rocket a bunch of times before he then gets close to finish him off. That just gives you a little bit of leeway. It's not the most ideal thing, but again, it's a safety strat. We want to make sure that we don't die, because it's incredibly punishing in terms of time. Ooh, I didn't even know about that dash boost. I gotta document that one. That's fine.
Amazing.
Cute little thing about Spectres, for those of you watching. Spectres actually don't have armor. You can just shoot them in the face. Some people might not know that. And they actually have more HP than Pickies. I think he's a higher armor.
Man, you are just laying waste, dude. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's crazy that this is Nightmare. We need to make this harder, chat. More challenges, more barons.
I think you said this earlier, Hugo, but you said like the Super Shotgun is like I don't think you understand how powerful the Super Shotgun is in this game. It's incredibly powerful.
It's not like it was in 2016. But,
that's true, but it is still very, very powerful. It is the best form of damage. Ideally, if you can get close to a demon and Super Shotgun, that's probably the best way to kill them. But of course, you're getting close to them, which is scary. So that's why you're not going to see Bowser do that much.
That allowed us, because we made the AI more dangerous up close, it allowed us to turn up the power of the Super Shotgun up close. So it's actually, stronger than it was in 2016 up close. Minus the double tap, of course.
Yeah. Oh man, that's there it is.
We'll cut him. Don't worry, he'll be gone.
I think you just forgot to use Energy Shield. I think like that would have done okay. Sometimes it's easy to forget about Energy Shield.
No, they're supposed to tie the rockets. I just flubbed my inputs.
Ah, okay.
Yes, that one pinky chat is gone. Retro, he will be deleted from the game.
There we go. Oh, I needed the butt punch.
So upcoming is the first escalation encounter. I don't think there's I think that like this is one of the fights that would have been required to do. But as you can see, like in theory, it would have been the only one if we didn't change the definition of what 100% means in this game.
Oh, that was sick.
Oh, yeah, sometimes that happens. Funny thing about Destroy Blade is there's an upgrade for it that some people might not actually think is very useful. It's the one that falters the demons once it fully charges. That's actually pretty useful because of those scenarios just like that, where a demon will just hit you and then your aim will punch and just shoot it up into the sky. So that's why in the campaign actually when we upgrade Destroy Blade in certain categories, we actually like that upgrade, even though intuitively you would think if you were a speedrunner you wouldn't really want to get it. Excuse me.
Unbelievable. The damage you're laying down, my friend. You are a machine. Crazy.
I can get a chainsaw like I wanted to. Might be a bit sketchy with ammo.
Oh, chainsaw routing. I should probably mention that. There's actually a lot of details to sort of ammo routing as well. We like to chainsaw heavies, obviously, because the chainsaw gives the same amount of ammo no matter what you kill. So we just like to chainsaw heavies preferably. So we actually route around chainsaw ammo and we choose very specifically where we want to chainsaw and how much we have to maximize the amount of heavies that we can kill off. And we particularly like pain elementals and cyber elementals because they're the biggest boots you can chainsaw. Although the hammer does introduce some complexities that we haven't really gone into. The Ancient Gods Part 2 has been out for a very short time, so we haven't found setups to take full advantage of the ammo from that.
Sure. Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
I love coming down on the hammer when you're up that high. It feels so good. We're definitely proud of the hammer. The whole team is.
I really like it. I thought it was a really nice way to introduce another way to get ammo. Because chainsawing about 50 times during a run can get a little repetitive, but I like the hammer and barrels especially. I really enjoy barrels.
Yeah.
Speaking of barrels as well, like just to talk a little bit about history, like we only recently learned how much barrels can help during a run in the campaign, let alone the DLC. So there's still a lot of developments. Like for those of you who are watching and thinking, "Oh, this is the best anybody's ever going to play," come back in a year and you'll see way better. The game really does develop, and we learn new things all the time. In fact, Bowser just demonstrated a tech that we learned about a few weeks ago. Which is walk-on canceling. It's a little bit complicated, I'm not getting into it, but I just wanted to point out, like, he did something that we just learned about, so.
Alright,
so were those two glory kills for hammer, or a glory kill, or a blood punch?
Blood punch. I want to have at least one up here.
Oh yeah, for the two Cybermen.
Yeah.
Have you timed escalation skip, see if it's worth doing in this category?
No, but I doubt it.
Yeah, it is cool though. Escalation skip is the one that Bloodshot did. You saw it earlier. He jumped all the way to this top level from where you fought all those pinkies.
It's crazy.
We haven't decided, and we're not sure whether or not that's it's good for this category. Because it gives us some advantages, but at the same time there's some things we have to consider, like we have to go back to do some fights. And so here is actually, I don't think they covered this in the NMG run, he's actually doing a manipulation on the AI. He's standing in a specific spot to make sure that the Blood Angel does the attack as quickly as possible.
Awesome.
Again, close so that Blood Angel does the attack and then stands in another spot. Because otherwise, there's a chance the Blood Angel might just run around and not shoot at you.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Of course, slow, so. And then, that can happen sometimes. Right. I don't know why, that barrier blocks all bullets, but every other barrier in the game doesn't. Very strange. I don't know why that happens.
Probably just different material or something.
It's not a big deal. Sometimes it can happen.
Blood Angels and Blood Makers. They're Blood Angels is what we called them in development, I think, and Blood Makers is what we shipped with. I screw up and called Blood Angels still, or whatever they are now. What are they officially in the game now? I forget, honestly.
Blood Makers, I think. Did I call them Blood Angels?
No,
Yeah,
I
you did.
call them Blood Angels all the time, just because that's we do that a lot with the devs when it comes to the naming conventions, because we get so used to calling them a certain thing.
Oh yeah, we can. We we have we've gone through some of the game's files, and we have some of the names, like original names, like I think you call maker drones in files zombie makers or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. So, which makes sense. They're possessed makers. So.
Yes.
So Reclaimed Earth has, if I recall, not that many. Like, we do skip some fights. So unfortunately, you're gonna see us actually skip some fights, but not that many. Just a few small ones here and there, like passing by. But all of the major ones we're gonna be doing.
Awesome.
Movement tech over here.
Well,
Just a little optimization. It's not that much faster to just go the intended route, but it's even if it's
Sure.
slower, Bowser's probably gonna do it anyway because he enjoys the swag strats.
crazy. You are the leading AI.
So there's the chainsaw routing coming into play. Perfect timing. Refills and then he
And describe to me the routing again. What is it? Like,
we just decide like which demon specifically per fight, like before the run begins.
because it recharges the pip anyway. So
Yeah,
it doesn't
yeah.
matter.
It recharges, and we'd say, okay, pick up this pip in this area and spend one here. It can get kind of complicated, but oh, there it is.
Yeah, this is one of the harder fights in this level.
Yeah, this one we wanted to try to turn up the volume a little bit. I remember we put one extra pass on this counter.
I did actually want to ask you something, Hugo. This isn't kind of related. I noticed in the Arc Slayer Gate, you guys just dropped 3 super heavies super early. Was that a little bit of a joke, or was there more to that decision?
The Arc Slayer Gate?
Yeah, the Arc Slayer Gate. You drop 2 Tyrants and a Baron about 3 levels before you, or like a few levels before you first see them. And it's like 3 super heavies, and it's like quite a ranch it up in difficulty. Was that like something you wanted to do for like?
Just to try to push the player.
Yeah, just be like, okay, now it's adult time. Time to play like a big boy.
You guys sure as hell know how to use that destroyer blade, I'll tell you. That's for sure. The way you're able to pull off combos. Incredible.
I was doing my hammer.
Oh. Oh, the hammer just popped out there. Something to maybe like to tell you what it's like to speedrun Hugo. That experience of like redoing the same thing over and over again is like pretty much quintessentially speedrunning. Like at the top level, you're going to be replaying the first few levels about 1 billion times compared to the last few, because the amount of time the amount of times like a run doesn't work out, you fail to execute something happens, like something random or whatever the case may be. So like speedrunning, like what you're seeing right now is like the end product, right? But a lot of it is just doing this, dying a bunch of times or resetting or something like that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Promise you, I've practiced this.
Oh, please. I'm sure of it. You're already just killing it. It's amazing how you use the advanced tools too as well. It's like your rocket launching using the rocket launcher in incredible ways. In combos, it's nuts. You guys, by chance, play battle mode?
Some of
I
us
have
do.
not, no.
Some of us do. But,
You're so good at the game, like you would be lethal slayers.
I know Zai, he's in the chat, he likes to play battle mode occasionally, and Bloodshot does. But most of us like, most of us prefer speedrunning just because of, it's a different experience. Like, you're battling more against yourself rather than other players in terms of execution and just, you know, it's a different experience. Like, yeah, the skills sort of transfer over, but like, a lot of us, yeah. But that's not to say we don't enjoy the multiplayer or anything like that. It's just
Well, Ali game, however you say your name, battle mode is too easy for these guys. I'm sure Bloodshot and the rest who play could attest to the fact that there are some spicy demons who would certainly love to.
oh yeah, oh my goodness, that is.
Yeah, and I'm sure you guys play against them. I mean, I'm sure Bloodshot.
All right, so we're out of that fight. Ooh. Oh,
Jesus
just
Christ.
because. No, just because it's 100% doesn't mean we're not going to be using movement. So you're going to see there, ballistic boosting. Now he's going to try and do a trick here where he plays two cutscenes at the
Flashing
same
screen
time.
warning.
Power restored. You should be able to continue towards the
Yep,
gate
there's
now.
some
Alright, no
blinking.
longer flashing.
You'll need to find a way to activate
So
the
he
power in this part of
hit a
the city.
trigger, he ended a fight which starts a cutscene, and then he activated another cutscene right before, so they play over each other at the same time, so you don't have to wait for both. Small little optimization. Save you a few seconds. Ooh, nice movement. Really cool.
That's amazing.
Alright, see if I can do this. Sweet.
Nice. So he got the so he tried what Bloodshot was trying earlier, where he tries to block the Marauder's
Yeah,
plan.
that's
Yeah.
crazy. Oh my god, that was friggin' nuts.
So yeah, I mean, again, with just like any other trick, that stuff's usually found by accident. That's just stuff's usually found by accident that somebody posts in Discord and says, "Hey, the Marauder failed to spawn for me here," and they show a clip, and then based off stuff we learned before in like other games, we can make assumptions. Like we've seen other demons get their spawn blocked in some circumstances, etc.
Amazing, guys. This is crazy.
Speaking of glitch hunters, one of the most prominent glitch hunters and strat finders right now is in the chat. Rio, how you doing, man? He found a lot of on launch day. He went absolutely nuts. He found a lot of the stuff you're gonna see in this game.
What is Quarth 234? That lock-on canceling. What is that?
It's a little bit of advanced tech. Basically, after you fire the lock on, it takes a little bit of time to switch to another weapon after you shoot the lock on. But if you hit your button to switch mods and then switch the weapon, you can do it almost instantly. So just a little optimization. So every time you lock on, you can switch weapons a little faster and do some combos and stuff like that.
They're nuts.
So you just did it there to pull out the super shotgun right after locking onto the Doom Hunter.
Crazy.
Attention to maintenance team. Please report to gate assistant operation.
I love this section. People ask me, they say like, "Hey, what's up with this? You know, it's not hard enough. It's not a puzzle." I'm like, "It's not supposed to be. This is just this section is. Hey, that last fight was so hard. Yes, Recthan DW. It is stress relieving, and that's it. Yep, totally. You're just just meant to be fun. I really tried to get better pacing in DLC 2. That was the whole point of moments like that. To just try to make the overall experience playing through it feel enjoyable, like it had its high points and its, you know, moments where you're just kind of like tearing through demons, and then tough points again.
I think I missed the part where they went over stone imps, but you can actually just dash into stone imps with the energy shield and they die instantly.
Patch that out yet? I thought we patched that out, but we may
you
not.
patched out, I think, in battle mode, and I think we don't. What we do to keep the competition fair across time is we deny access of the game to the internet, so it can't download those specific patches. That way, like a run done, you know, when the game released, is just as like, you know, fair as run done recently. Like maybe a recent patch is like faster. And then the people who did the first patch were like, okay, well, now my times are all just slower. So.
Yeah. I am looking at that. Yes, I agree. Oralt, the Undeceiver, the pacing is much better on Tag 2 than Tag 1. It is better. I know it's easier, but it's also a better paced experience on your first playthrough. But Tag 1, the joy of Tag 1 is that the more you play it, the more it gives you, because it's really a very dense and layered combat puzzle. It's just makes for a very exhausting initial playthrough. But we're proud of both. We love them. And we will be returning many of the changes in UAC Atlantica back to what they were. Because we hear you, and if you guys want some of that stuff brought back, we'll do it. Boom. That was bonkers. That's unbelievable. I can't believe you didn't ignite those guys.
Oh yeah, the Screecher, yeah. As, when I first played through, I was like, oh man, it's gonna be a little tough to dodge these guys. But then we learned how the fights worked and where everybody spawns, and like we can predictably kind of avoid them.
What happens if you hold the record? Like, do you get an award or something?
No, you just get bragger rights. That's pretty much it. I mean, to be fair though, a lot of like the best runners typically will have great streams, and a lot of people will show up and watch their streams. So it's not like it's just it can be a job for some people depending on how well their stream goes. But yeah, if you hold world records, you have your name at the top of the list. And
Yeah, Brio, I agree. Official ID awards, that'd be hilarious.
Also, it kind of helps that it is that way, because what a lot of people don't know is that, like there's a lot of like messiness when it comes to rules and like deciding like what is like a cool speed game or something like that. I think they may have talked about this when they were doing No Major Glitches, but a lot of those rules are just straight up arbitrary. They're just they're there because we wanted to like create a good speed game. You can kind of think of each category as a different game itself, right? Like the game I'm playing when I play any percent with no restrictions is completely different than the game I'm going to be playing here when I'm fighting all the demons and stuff like that. So you have to balance that, and you just have to understand, okay, we understand everything's arbitrary, and just, you know, we're just making it fun. Alright, so this level, you only have to do, I believe, 7 fights. So we're going to be skipping a lot of fights here, and one in particular you might be disappointed that we skipped.
Okay.
But that one fight might be a little bit difficult to skip, although I think Bowser could. I think Bowser's more than capable of skipping it. Yeah, he's looking exactly where the 11th is going to spawn. It's very choreographed, these fights, in many instances. Which is kind of good, because when fights get random, it can get very scary, and also like it no longer becomes about execution and more about adaptation. Which for some people is cool. right? But for speedrunners, we really enjoy when things are predictable and when it's our fault that we die.
That's what we hope in Doom Eternal. That it's hopefully, but once in a while, it's not always the case.
So, there's some interesting things with Ice Bomb. So there's an upgrade called Frostbite, which increases the amount of damage Ice Bomb does.
You'll need to get over those walls to continue
And we actually
the
route
assault.
around that, but it's also kind of interesting. There's some exceptions to it. Like, for example, the Tyrant, it doesn't take any bonus damage when you freeze it, and you deal damage with the Super Shotgun specifically. So sometimes, in some instances, it's better to like freeze the Tyrant and then shoot him with rockets rather than Super Shotgun, even though you'd think Super Shotgun would be best because he's frozen and not dangerous. So there is some strategy around that. There's a lot of little quirky things that we've learned with this game about damage and stuff like that. We got
Great.
spreadsheets. We got spreadsheets.
I believe it.
I made them, and I spent a lot of time on them. It was, a lot of
amazing.
interesting discoveries. That was very much so worth the time. We found a lot of ways to optimally kill demons and do some fights because of it. Oh,
It's unbelievable.
so unfortunately, I couldn't catch the Marauder in time, and now he has to fight him normally. Oh, he picked up. Oh. That's an interesting thing. I think. Let me guess. The BFG did a bunch of damage to the Marauder Bowser.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was BFG.
So I think you guys talked about it earlier about how frame rate can affect the game. Frame rate can also affect the amount of damage the BFG can do. It's this weird behavior where the higher the frame rate, the longer it takes for the BFG tendril, like the zap, to deal damage. Like there's a longer delay between when the damage starts and when the zap hits the demon. But once the zap actually starts dealing damage, it deals more at higher frame rates. So that's like an interesting thing. Like you can sometimes, like there have been instances where we've been able to one-shot a Marauder with BFG with just
Just one shot a
tendrils.
Baron with it.
Yeah, Baron too. Like if you're really consistent on your frame rate.
Unbelievable. I mean, that's a tough fight, and you just like walk through that. This was going to be the room with all the prowlers, curse prowlers.
Oh really?
Yeah, we were going to have 4 of them in here.
Oh, thank you. You guys were considerate enough to keep it open. I was wondering why that arena was very open. Does that fight not give combat rating down? I thought it did.
Nope.
Oh, that's right, it doesn't. Oh my goodness, yeah.
Only
it
the ones
doesn't.
in the city.
I completely forgot, and I even found the list first. Forgot.
We had no idea Hell had their own technology.
All right,
Must have been
see if we can do it.
centralized here, like some kind of ruling elite.
Oh yeah, you should be able to. Sorry, Hugo, we skipped the double ladder. That fight, unfortunately, does not give hidden rating, so we are allowed to skip it. Oh man, this fight. I mean, I could write an essay on this fight, the fight that he just did, and all the random properties it has. You wouldn't have seen them, but like exploring this fight was quite an adventure. It was really strange how everything works out. So he's actually going to kill stuff here, not because it's necessary. This fight is actually completely unnecessary. In fact, you can just completely leave here and it'll be fine. The reason he does it is because I think this was also talked about in NMG, but I don't think it was covered in much detail. Once the game gets like a certain amount of demons, like it'll slow down spawns for others. And so in NMG they reload a checkpoint, but Bowser's playing this as if he was playing Ultra Nightmare. So in Ultra Nightmare you can't reload checkpoint. You can Alt F4, but we don't allow that on our leaderboards to Alt F4 intentionally. or to crash your game intentionally, for example. So he has to kill those demons. So that's just an unfortunate thing. He has to spend some time killing them because they do take up a little bit of cap. And this fight, as a result, would be slowed down way longer than it would be to just kill those demons before.
Our apologies.
Oh, wasn't showing the spirit buff. That was weird.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
Still had the spirit, but wasn't doing the particles.
Because we have found some weird behaviors with the spirit when a demon's spawning. Like in some instances in the Ancient Gods Part 1, we were able to kill a demon before the spirit possessed it. So there is some wonkiness with that sometimes.
Yes, I've seen that.
So there's actually this new tech that was actually discovered, I think, was it last week? Where you can stack multiple
thank God.
Oh, okay. Where you can stack multiple heat blasts on top of each other. And you can actually break that Baron's armor almost instantly.
Wow.
Approaching the Dark Lord Sanctum.
So,
Starting to lose my connection though.
unfortunately, it's very new, and I haven't even had a chance to practice it. I assume Bowser hasn't had that much time to really integrate it into his play as well.
It's not really worth it for most of them, honestly.
Yeah. And you have to get a really, really good version of it to make it work out, so. But it is an interesting thing to know. We're discovering things all the time. Because the game's going to be out for 10 years and we're still going to be discovering stuff. So this fight is actually one of the most researched fights in the entire game. Like I think Cryo and Sylar, or I think not Sylar. Gee, I forgot his name. Can't believe I forgot his name. They found a lot of setups. And for example, Bloodshot tried to go for the one cycle.
I don't think I got it this time. Oh, there we go.
Nice. You got the one cycle.
Unbelievable.
Really impressive.
I shouldn't have done that.
He almost got it again. That's really cool. Oh, this is like the first time I've seen Bowser play this category though. As you can see with his internet issue.
What? Okay. I'll take it.
Nothing happened. It's all good. So yeah, he actually just pulls out the energy shield there because look at his frame rate is very, very high. As they were discussing earlier, it can be kind of hard to dodge it at higher frame rates. So, by the way, a quick little tip for anybody who's struggling with staying alive in the game. Energy shield is incredibly powerful. It has 600 HP. So it really juices up the Very scary. It has 600 HP and it's very, very powerful and it lasts for a while and it's very, very good if you're struggling and it's a really, really good tip to use the energy shield very often. So you saw him also run up to stuff and
Yeah.
run up to Pinkies with it out and just like unconditioned just busted it out running up to Pinkies because he didn't want to risk possibility.
Combat, I mean, it's just, you're wrecking. It's awesome.
There we go.
And nice. That's time.
Very impressive. Very, very impressive, guys. Amazing. Like, you know, and just the combos. Man, I learned some things here for sure. Let me tell you. First of all, I learned that I suck at the game. That's what I learned. And then I learned some good combos for taking out dudes a little faster. Just a little faster.
A little bit.
And yeah, no, it's incredible.
Before you
You guys did really just super impressive.
By the way, Hugo, I really love this line. Thank you for giving it. What a great line.
Yeah.
No. This is great.
Yeah. That's good. He's good. Awesome work, guys. Well, I mean, what more is there to say? I am blown away by the skill and the knowledge and the work and the research. It's just so incredibly impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah, just my hat's off to you guys. From all of us that did software, I mean, we are all just so impressed, by the work you guys have done here, and like, just the display of skill and knowledge and the combined, resources coming together to be able to pull this off is nuts. So, big salute to you guys.
Honestly, thank you for, giving us the game.
Yes.
You're welcome.
And thank you for that as well. That's really heartwarming. So
Yeah.
Means a lot, actually.
You guys rock. Yeah, totally. And and thank you for having me. Honestly, this is great. I love it. It was really fantastic. I'm surprised also that my kids didn't jump in here yet, but this no, this has just been awesome. Thanks you guys so much for having me and for supporting the game. And let's I'll be watching. I'm just gonna keep.
Thank you, Comcast, for lasting for 40 minutes. Really appreciate it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I just want to say shout outs to Bloodshot. Thank you for putting this together.
Yes.
This has been
Outstanding.
I'm golf clapping, excuse me.
Yes. Big shout out to Josh and to Bloodshot and everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. It was very. It's very cool to be able to interact with you guys. We obviously love the game. We wouldn't be playing it this much if we didn't like it.
Oh, thank you. Then again, thank you from the whole team. I did. We're in awe. It's amazing stuff. I will talk to you guys. I'll see you guys on the next stream, I guess.
I hope so.
Yeah.
See you around, Hugo. Thanks again.
Have a good one. All right.
Good show.
Good show. It is probably time to raid somebody now. Yeah, thank you all for being
Let's do
here.
shout outs, dude. Let's do
Yeah.
shout outs.
Who
Make
do
sure
you guys-
everybody checks out everybody here.
Definitely check out Bowser and Creeper because they're good at the game.
Mm-hmm.
Shout outs
And
to
if you
Seeker
aren't-
and Havard.
And if you aren't following Bloodshot already, I mean, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Perhaps
Gotta follow
try
Bloodshot.
again. There's a hype train going on.
Yeah, thank you all for that. This was not this. Just thank you. I
You did
definitely
great,
wanted this.
Bowser. You did great, Bowser and Bloodshot. You did great. Bloodshot.
Thank you.
Friends all around.
Yeah, sorry for all the technical issues, everybody. Yeah, and like I was gonna say, big shout outs to Seeker and Havard. I wish we could have, I wish we could have gotten a better time for everybody to be part of it, because I really wish they could have been in it. So, all right. So I heard Bite Me is streaming. So we might raid him. I wanted to double check if there's any other Doom Eternal people first, because I like going from Doom Eternal to Eternal, but Bite Me seems like a good choice to raid too. So
I don't actually see anyone in my other than obviously Bowser, but it's gonna continue.
Zai, thank you for the subs. Yeah, thank you everybody for doing that. As much as I appreciate it, this was not for me. This was for everybody else. I wanted everybody else to be able to do stuff here. So give love to Bowser and Creeper, and to Meta and Drake for also being here.
And lastly, just another shout out. If you would like to join in on speedrunning, I will drop the link into the chat. You can click that right there, and you'll join the Modern Doom speedrunning Discord. Please feel free to ask any and all questions. We would love to help you out and love to see some new runners. So.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe we're a little biased, but speedrunning is very cool, and you should all maybe give it a shot. So, all right, and I will move on to bite me, who is doing some Doom 3. So, yeah, thank you all for coming, and hopefully there's going to be more of this in the future. So, see you guys
Bye-bye.
around.